there are just a few days left to enter my $40 million shark card giveaway. If you haven't done so already, click the link in the description below. Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Sam, or Chaotic, and welcome back to another GTA 5 video here on my channel. In today's video, I have some new information to share with you guys about the Nightclub update, or the After Hours update, that's releasing to GTA Online just next week on Tuesday, July 24th. Yesterday, one of the DJs featuring in this update, Dixon, featured in a real-life radio show on BBC Radio 1, where he shared some details and new information about the up-and-coming update. Now, yesterday I did make a video talking about the possibility of this happening after one of the producers for this radio show made a hint on Twitter a few days back that on Pete Tong's radio show on BBC Radio 1, there would supposedly be some new information shared about the update. And it actually took place. Dixon featured in a live interview on the radio show. Unfortunately, I can't play any of it for copyright reasons, but I'll be discussing all the details and information he shared in that interview. But if you guys do want to listen to the full thing, there will of course be a link in the description. Skip to roughly 1 hour and 30 minutes into the radio show, and that's where the interview begins. Okay, now before we jump into what Dixon said in this interview, there's one thing you guys need to know. Now, this Nightclub update, or at least parts of it, were going to be a part of a single-player DLC that Rockstar was working on all the way back in 2013 and 2014. Now, of course, these single-player expansions were scrapped, but over the years, Rockstar have slowly tried to filter in some of their previously scrapped ideas into GTA Online updates. And one example of this is the Doomsday Heist update that we received last year in December. Much of this update was initially intended to be a single-player DLC, but instead Rockstar reworked it and then released it into the game last year as an online update. Well, by the looks of things, this update is very much the same, because when GTA 5 was first released on the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, lines of code and unused items for nightclubs were found in the game files from a cut Nightclub expansion. Now, although the single-player DLC was cancelled, by the sounds of things, an online version of it has been in the works for quite some time. As Dixon explained in the interview yesterday, supposedly Rockstar employees began attending his DJ shows and his DJ sets for quite some time, and apparently they did the same with the other DJs as well, also featuring in this update. Then after one of his gigs, one of the employees came over in the club and expressed their interest to work with him with a GTA Online update. Then, roughly a month later or so, he received an email from them sharing some more details. But he explains that when he first read the email, he completely misunderstood what it was that Rockstar were asking of him, and he ignored it. Initially, he thought it sounded like they just wanted him to make some music for the in-car radio, which to him didn't seem very special. But he went back and read it a few times, and it wasn't until the third time he read it, he then understood what it was that Rockstar were asking him to do. Feature in this Nightclub update as one of the DJs and characters. So he very nearly missed out on the opportunity of playing a pretty big role in this next update. But he goes on to explain exactly what Rockstar wanted of him and what involvement he had to have in this update. Now, of course, apart from being one of the DJs and characters in the update, Rockstar asked him to make 2 exclusive music mixes for the update. One of these would of course be used in the nightclubs, and the other one would be used in an in-car radio station. Now, he didn't directly say this would be for or played on a brand new radio station, but I think the answer to this is pretty clear, bearing in mind that back in December with the Doomsday Heist update, Rockstar added a brand new radio station with that update as well, Blonded FM, adding some new music and some new tracks to the game. So I personally wouldn't be at all surprised if Rockstar was to add another radio station into the game with this update as well, and the theme or the type of music this radio station will play is techno and electro. But going back to the 2 exclusive mixes that Dixon made for this update, he also explains that the 2 mixes he made have very different styles to match the activity and the use they'll have. So of course the mix for the nightclub will be very themed around that, the in-car radio one will have a different style to match that activity. And Dixon also mentioned that he spent more time and focused more on the car radio as opposed to his nightclub mix, as he felt that that people would spend more time listening to that one as opposed to the Nightclub one. And if you want to listen to these exclusive mixes early before they release in GTA 5, you can do so right now as well, as they were played last night on the radio show. So that was also pretty cool too. Radio 1 played those early, but the final thing that Dixon shared in this interview, that he was able to choose his very own clothes that his character wore in the updates. This may not seem or sound very special, but typically in acting roles, the actors are told what to wear and that's it. But in this situation, Dixon was able to choose what his character wore to make them as personal to them, which I think is pretty cool too, but also possibly means that any clothes we have seen these characters wear so far in the quick glimpses and trailers Rockstar have released so far, and what these characters will wear in the update, won't be available to purchase ourselves and get for our very own online characters. But there we go. So that's all the information I have to share with you guys in today's video. Not a huge amount of information was really shared in the radio show for obvious reasons, but some new details there regarding a new radio station coming, some new music, some exclusive mixes, and how Dixon was invited and got involved in this update too. I want to get your thoughts and feelings on all the information that I shared in this video. Let me know right now what you guys are looking forward to most in this update as well, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do, because I upload all the latest and the greatest Grand Theft Auto 5 content. So as always guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.